Hello, I'm Sandra, 28, and my husband Brian, who is 32, has been working overseas for the past year. While he's been away, I've struggled with a job I despise and mounting financial difficulties. Our plan was for him to send money home each month to support both me and our families, especially his mother, Melissa. Initially, we agreed that I would help Melissa during Brian's absence, a commitment I made out of love for her. However, things took an unexpected turn. Instead of the occasional support we discussed, Brian began insisting I send money every month. I had my doubts but kept quiet, thinking it was family obligation and wanting to help. As time went on, the monthly financial support became a heavy burden. When I expressed our financial struggles to Brian, he often criticized me, dismissing my concerns and calling me selfish. Raised to prioritize my husband and family, I found my resolve slowly crumbling. Although I tolerated his rudeness, I struggled to assert myself, feeling ill-equipped to demand the respect I deserved. Some months, I couldn't send money, and when Brian found out, he would berate me, labeling me a terrible wife and daughter-in-law. Ironically, Melissa was understanding about the situation, yet Brian seemed oblivious to my efforts and sacrifices. One day, he lashed out at me over the phone. "You're useless, you're neglecting my family." "Hi, Brian, how are you?" "I'm not doing well, something's bothering me." "Is it about the money I can't always send to your mother?" "Yes, your inability to send it on time frustrates me, and your excuses are wearing thin." "I can't always manage it, Brian, I have my own bills and responsibilities." "What could possibly be more important than my mother?" "Brian, I have a life too, I can't keep worrying about her finances." "How can you say that? You're my wife, supporting my family should come first." "And what about me, don't my feelings matter?" "Of course they do, but right now, my mother needs our help." "I need your support too, Brian, you need to understand how I feel." In that moment, a realization hit me. My husband, the man I had trusted, had betrayed me. He consistently prioritized his mother's needs over mine, making me feel inadequate. I refused to let him off the hook. I would make him face the consequences of his actions. Overwhelmed by feelings of betrayal, I grappled with my emotions. I had always stood by Brian, but now it felt like he had turned against me. Had he always placed his mother's needs above mine? Amid the anger, a new resolve emerged. I couldn't let Brian mistreat me any longer. I needed to take action and ensure he felt the pain he had inflicted on me. Unsure of how to proceed, I realized I had to stand up for myself. I wouldn't let him continue to disrespect me without consequences. I began to plan, determined to make him experience the same humiliation he had put me through. I reached out to long-lost friends and steadfast allies, those who could help me in my quest for justice. Slowly, a newfound sense of purpose and direction emerged, something I had felt eluded me until that moment. Looking back on this chapter of my life, I feel a deep gratitude for the transformative journey. It was arduous and painful, yet it taught me invaluable lessons about self-advocacy and revealed hidden strengths within myself. As I prepared to take action against Brian, I discovered a renewed strength, wisdom, and determination. I understood that I couldn't do this alone. I needed allies to help dismantle Brian's influence. I decided to confide in Melissa, my mother-in-law. Our bond had always been warm and affectionate, and she had no idea about the abuse I endured from Brian. Out of concern for our relationship, I had kept silent, but I knew it was time to share the truth. "Hello, Melissa, I need to talk to you about something important." "What's on your mind, dear?" "It's about Brian. He's been treating me terribly, pressuring me about the money I send you each month. I can't handle it anymore." Her eyes widened in shock and concern. "Oh, honey, I had no idea. Why didn't you tell me sooner?" "I was afraid it would strain our relationship, but I need your support. I need someone to help me confront Brian and hold him accountable." Melissa nodded, a determined look on her face. "You have my full support, Sandra. We'll do whatever it takes to make this right. But first, I need more context." As I explained our conflicts, I could see her anger grow upon learning how Brian had mistreated me. She expressed a touch of disappointment that I hadn't confided in her sooner, and we shared tears as we comforted each other over our struggles. The weight of my secret began to lift as I realized the importance of sharing my experience. Melissa was horrified by Brian's behavior and eager to help. "Of course, I'll help you, my dear. You don't deserve to be treated like this. We need to teach him a lesson." In the weeks that followed, Melissa became my closest ally in seeking revenge. She helped gather information about Brian's habits and provided resources for my plan. More importantly, she offered the emotional support I desperately needed. After so long without it, Having someone in my corner was refreshing and comforting. She listened when I needed to vent and continually encouraged me not to give up. As I prepared for the final phase of my plan, I felt an exhilarating sense of purpose. With Melissa by my side and Brian in my sights, I knew I could take control of my narrative. Just picturing the look on Brian's face when he saw what I had planned brought a smile to my lips. We were both aware of the need to be strategic, ensuring that our actions wouldn't irreparably damage our relationships. One day, a thought struck me: what if we planned a getaway, just Melissa and me? We could capture joyful moments through photos and send them to Brian. This would show him the happiness we shared and might prompt him to reconsider his priorities regarding affection in our marriage. I love that idea, Sandra. Let's make it happen and take plenty of pictures to drive the message home. In the following days, we meticulously organized our trip, researching the best resorts, most picturesque spots, and delightful restaurants. We packed our bags with outfits, sunscreen, and snacks. Despite our earlier financial worries, we recognized that life isn't solely about relentless work. This vacation would serve to strengthen our bond and send a clear message to Brian: true living involves enjoyment, not just financial sacrifice. Finally, the day of our journey arrived. As we boarded the plane, excitement bubbled within us. We were about to embark on a transformative adventure. I felt that this experience had solidified an unbreakable bond between Melissa and me. Regardless of what happened next, I knew she would always stand by my side. Choosing Bali as our destination, we reveled in hours of lounging on the beach, sipping cocktails, and savoring delicious meals, a well-deserved escape from our daily grind. "I'm so glad we could spend this time together, Sandra," Melissa said. "Thank you for inviting me along, Melissa." "Of course, you deserve to be pampered every now and then." "I hope you're enjoying yourself, Melissa." "I'm having a wonderful time." "You're such a thoughtful daughter-in-law, Sandra. It feels like you're a second mother to me." "I'm so glad we could take this trip together, but let's not forget to take plenty of pictures to send to Brian. I want him to see our happiness and understand how important it is for him to support me more. We'll capture every moment and show him what he's missing." "You're so clever, Sandra. I'm sure he'll come around once he sees our joy." "I hope so, Melissa. I truly do." As we lounged on the beach, basking in the sun and snapping countless selfies, a profound sense of satisfaction washed over me. This was the moment I had long anticipated. The reckoning was at hand. As we shared our snapshots with Brian, I hoped the reality of his actions would finally sink in. Unfortunately, our vacation had to end sooner than we wished due to financial constraints, which weighed heavily on us. Returning home brought a mix of eagerness and apprehension. I was excited to set my plan into motion while Brian remained oblivious to what awaited him. Once we arrived home, I quickly initiated my scheme, continuing to gather more moments with Melissa. I curated a selection of stunning images from our trip, including one of us on the beach, hands intertwined and smiles radiant, a picture that would surely stir something in Brian. "Are you ready to set this plan in action?" I asked Melissa. "My friend, I was born ready. He needs a reality check," she affirmed, encouraged. I sent the photos to Brian, eagerly anticipating his response. He acknowledged the images quickly, but silence soon followed. Undeterred, I sent him even more pictures, which prompted a call from him. "What on earth is this? Why are you sending me pictures of you and my mother?" he demanded, perplexed. "Brian, I wanted to remind you that I'm your wife, deserving of respect. While you criticize me for not helping your mother financially, what about our marriage? Do I not matter?" Confused, he replied, "But why take pictures with my mother? There's room for both of us to thrive and enjoy life," I calmly explained, and Melissa chimed in, revealing her presence on the call. As Brian expressed his frustration about the cost of our vacation, I seized the moment to address how he had treated me. "It's extravagant, isn't it? I wish we could have stayed longer," I remarked. Melissa added, "I disapprove of how you've treated Sandra. She deserves so much better." The confrontation illuminated neglected aspects of our relationship, forcing Brian to reconsider his behavior. "I'm deeply upset and disappointed in your actions. I never raised you to act this way. Why disrespect your wife when she's managing everything at home? What if she chose to leave and find someone who truly values her? We all know she's capable of that. Yet here you are criticizing her instead of recognizing her efforts. I told you to stop sending me money 2 months ago. I didn't realize you were both struggling. Instead of supporting her, you're making things worse," Melissa added. I insisted, "You need to apologize for the stress you've caused her instead of berating her. Redirect that energy into working harder for stability." For the first time, Brian fell silent, left utterly speechless. Then, to my surprise, He began to cry. Melissa and I listened quietly as he sobbed. "I'm so sorry, Sandra. I didn't realize how neglectful I've been. I was too focused on my mother's needs and forgot about yours. Please forgive me." "I understand, Brian," I replied. "Your mother is right. If someone else were in my position, they might have left by now. But I'm committed to you through thick and thin. I won't tolerate any more abuse. You need to be kinder and more considerate." "I understand, Sandra. I promise my behavior will change. I'll never take you for granted again." We ended the call, and Melissa praised me for standing up for myself. I was surprised at how assertive I had become. As the weeks went by, we faced several challenges, but our confrontation marked a turning point. Brian committed to repairing our relationship, showing a genuine desire for change. He actively participated in conversations, expressed interest in my day, and engaged with my thoughts and feelings. It felt like we had entered a new level of understanding. We began a journey of rediscovery, investing time in open and honest communication about our needs and desires. Together, we sought couples therapy, gaining valuable tools to strengthen our bond and cultivate a healthier dynamic. The sessions provided a safe space to address past wounds and heal together. Throughout this journey, I made sure to express to Brian the emotional toll his expectations regarding his mother's financial support had taken on me. To my relief, he genuinely listened and felt remorse for the pressure he had unknowingly placed on my shoulders. Together, we established clearer boundaries and found compromises that balanced our responsibilities to both our families and our own well-being. The resolution of our conflict brought positive changes not just for us but also for those around us. Melissa, who had been unaware of the extent of our struggles, witnessed the transformation in our relationship with joy and belief. She commended our efforts to rebuild our connection and expressed gratitude for the newfound harmony in our lives. "I'm confident you two will be just fine. You've navigated a challenging period, but I'm glad this situation brought us closer together. Healthy mother-in-law and daughter-in-law relationships aren't always common, so this journey was beautiful for us," she said. "Thank you, Melissa. It truly brought me joy, and I appreciate your support throughout this process," I replied. Though we faced challenges and moments of doubt, grappling with lingering insecurities and echoes of past grievances, we navigated them together. At times, shadows threatened to loom over our progress, but through open communication and a mutual commitment to growth, we confronted these challenges head-on. Our dedication ensured that these obstacles didn't overshadow our newfound happiness. Over time, the resolution brought closure and healing to the wounds caused by past conflicts. The scars slowly faded, replaced by a profound understanding and appreciation for each other. We learned from our mistakes, pledging never to take one another for granted again. This experience underscored the importance of standing up for oneself and demanding the respect and love that a relationship deserves. It also highlighted the power of forgiveness and the potential for growth within even the most fractured connections. Our resolution wasn't just about revenge or proving a point. It centered on rekindling the love that had initially brought us together. It became a testament to the resilience of love and the transformative power of self-reflection and personal growth. As we moved forward together, a renewed sense of hope and a commitment to nurturing our marriage accompanied us, reminding us to cherish the lessons learned along the way. Looking back, I realized that my plan succeeded. I effectively communicated with Brian, helping him recognize the impact of his actions on both me and our marriage. From that day forward, he prioritized our relationship, and we found ourselves happier than ever before. Ultimately, my actions weren't about hurting Brian but about helping him understand the consequences of his behavior. In the end, everything worked out for the better.